to Detroit. No! No, not Detroit! No!
What day is it? Monday? Oh, Monday!
Monday, Monday, so good to me.
Hey, it's Monday.
Medical
Monday.
Changes could be coming to Michigan's marijuana law. A new set of bills now being heard in Lansing.
Marijuana is not a drug.
And the bills will have major implications to small medical growers known as caregivers.
That's some heavy shit, man.
Small pot farmers in California say the state is not standing by its promise to protect.
Big companies were supposed to be limited, but some have stacked hundreds of licenses.
Stop hitting it so hard.
Created a cartel, essentially.
You have an industry allowing for businesses to operate like cartels.
But it's a Monday.
Harm has been done by the fact that we didn't legalize it back then.
Well, I don't know if there's any harm that's been done.
There was people getting arrested, there were people getting thrown in jail. I mean, that counts, doesn't it?
What kind of joint is this, man?
Smoking marijuana all in public. You would think that shit was legal. We the Pistons in the 8, 9, and 9. Oh, bad boy, bad boy.
Just another medical.
Yo. Welcome to Medical Motherfucking Mondays, y'all. Of course, this is your host with the most, THC, in his motherfucking bloodstream, BERG. Of course, I got my right-hand man, my compadre, my co-host with me, Ed Rocho. What up, though? Yeah, and unfortunately, everybody keep them in your thoughts and send out positive vibes to our boy Adam L. Brook, aka Mr. Hash Bash himself. He's had some health complications and won't be able to join us tonight. Hopefully, he will be with us next week. And before we get into anything, I want to give a huge shout out to everybody who helps this program happen. Huge shout out to Native Made 313, Michigan Turf Farms, Megaduction Extracts, Tiki Madman, SOB Labs, and Tree Street Packaging. Boom. Of course, we always want to remind people to if you are consuming cannabis, you should go out, get your medical marijuana card, y'all. And one of those awesome people that you can contact is Detroit Certification Center. You can get in contact with them at DetroitCertCenter.com, Detroit Cert Center on social media, or give them a call or text them at 248-275-6707. Make sure you say that Medical Monday sent you. And yeah, there's plenty of other people you can hit up to get your card as well. Michael Thuy up north. You got Pure West out west. We got Vehicle City Social, GC3, Dr. B, Michigan Weedsters. The list goes on and on. It shouldn't be that hard, y'all. So, yeah, make sure you go out and get that card and lets these politicians know that we're still here and we're not going anywhere, y'all. Also, I want to remind everybody about the Give Back event on the 21st of this month. Let's see, it's the 21st. All right, it is the 21st. Awesome. So, yeah, big shout out to everybody who's going to be involved with that. Shout out to Nug Abduction for putting everything together. JSH Enterprises. Of course, Native Made's going to be in the building, as well as Native Made, Nug Abduction. SOB's going to be there as well. So, yeah, it's going to be a good time. I'm sure Detroit Certification Center will be there too. So, if you're in need of a card, come on down. And I'm not sure what the give back is for yet. Do you know? Did you hear anything, Roach? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the donations are going to be, but we'll keep you posted. So stay tuned on Instagram and all that. But I'm sure Chi-Town's going to be in the building. I'm a hibachi. Me and Roach are going to be there playing some music. Sure, your boy Nice is going to be there. John Doe, Uncle
Mr.
Paulie,
Kush.
yeah, Mr. Kush as well. So yeah, there's going to be plenty of fire in the building, you know. So come through, show out, and yeah, come smoke with us, y'all. And as I'm lighting my blunt of Blueberry Z, let me ask you all what you're smoking on. What are you smoking on, Roach?
Well, right now, I'm smoking on some blue birthday cake. It's pretty fire.
Damn, I haven't tried that one yet. I do have some blue Sharpie rolled up.
Oh, that blue Sharpie is fire for sure.
Me and Roach come up with our own names for our combinations of our weed. So
this was some Permanent Bachelor right here.
Oh, Permanent
Smoking
Bachelor.
before the show. Yeah.
And much love to everybody in the chat already. If you could hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you don't see some of your friends in here, send them the link, y'all. Tell them to show up. Come chat it up with us. Yeah, as of now, we got Helena, we got Cognac, Tis Me, Jared, Detroit River Rat, Clover, and Corey Roberts. So yeah. It is still kind of early. We just started, so I'm sure more people will be showing up soon.
Hell yeah. Man, so where do you want to start today, Berg? It's just you and me, man. It hasn't been just you and me for a long time.
A long time. Like fucking Tap Detroit days, man.
No, man, there's not anybody here to reel us in. We might like fall down a rabbit hole and really start talking some shit.
Right.
But man, I don't know about you, bro, but I want to talk about this shit. I woke up, like, I opened Instagram to this fucking story. I sent it to you. You didn't comment though. Like, we sent a couple of fucking shits back and forth. This one, you didn't say anything about. So I don't know if you even saw it.
The one that you told me about right before the show?
Absolutely not.
Oh, all right.
All right. So it's an email from East Coast Cannabis to their team. Do you know which one I'm talking about? No? Look at the first thing I sent you today, man. So the email starts out normally enough. Good morning, team. And I'm just gonna read it. Let's see what you guys think. Good morning, team. As you all know, we've been introducing new cookie strains over the past month and trying to garner as much positive attention as possible. We always encourage you to interact with our social media posts, particularly on Instagram. If you're comfortable, please show some love for the cookie strains you've tried. We have been experiencing some backlash from the medical community who sees cookie as a negative addition to the state. You may see those comments from time to time. We are intentionally not interacting with them, and we encourage you to avoid engaging as well. We stand by the quality of these products and believe they bring something new and fresh to the cannabis market in Maine. So let the haters hate in the corner. But if you're open to showing some love, we'd truly appreciate it. Thank you all. Have a great day. East Coast Cannabis.
Do not engage. Do not engage.
I swear they must have sent one of these out in Michigan too, man. And cheers to Maine.
I'm surprised it didn't say P.S. You guys should report Bergen Roach's accounts.
Bro, that's on the fucking Michigan memo. That's on the Michigan fucking cookies memo. But yeah, like they're jumping into the market there in Maine. Of course, there's some people with common sense that realize that Melrose cookie and Maine cookie is two totally different products and not the fucking same. Rightfully so. They're fucking.
I mean, it's different in every state, and people need to realize that it's not like fucking Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Like, you can't go to a different state and accept the same fucking cookies. Hell no. And that was my main concern when they came here. Like, are they going to have the same quality? And what I tried? Hell no. Hell no. They're definitely not. We're definitely not growing. Well, not we. They, but here are not growing the same fucking shit as in Cali. Like, no chance.
It's not even the same SOPs or conditions. So how could it be the same?
Well, they can't use the same SOPs because it's a totally different fucking climate.
Yeah, the conditions.
And that's probably why they fucking fucked up in the first place. They were probably trying to use the same SOPs that they were in fucking California.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess you can't separate the two, because I was gonna say, even if it was fireweed, but we know that it's not. And that's part of the reason why, corporate just wants to steamroll over the medical community. They don't even want to hear that shit. They're not even trying to like improve or appease the medical community, because that's not where their profit is. That's not the market they're going after. They want those rec dollars. And rec, they don't give a fuck. It's the lifestyle, it's the brand. It's capitalism. And unfortunately, nobody's hating on capitalism. We're all American here. But what does that do for the patient? What does that do for the culture of the plant in that state? What happens in 5 years where, I don't think we'll ever get to that point here where people don't know how to grow, but if people just pull up and go to these dispensaries and they're happy with that, that means that they're not growing. That means that they're not learning. They're not building a community and trading ideas. Like the NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball, all they do is sponsor parks in different cities. Because the more people that are playing the particular sport, the better chance they have of having a superstar athlete in the future. It's in their best interest. However, when it comes to growing, when it comes to cannabis, it's not the same. They don't want people in the playground. They want you to just sit in the fucking seat and pay your fucking admission. It's really unfortunate to see Cookie's Maine taking this stance against the medical community, but I can't really say I'm surprised. Shit is crazy.
Damn, I said a few things, but I was muted.
Oh, well, fucking speak on it.
No, I said it before the show, just about, in the future, before all of the states are, across the board legal when it comes to cannabis, I think at least one of those states is going to go straight rec. They're not even going to go through the medical. They're going to be like, oh, well, look what everybody else did. They did the medical first, and then they just ended up going rec. So, bottom line, when it comes to corporate cannabis, it's not about the fucking cannabis. It's about the money. It's really disappointing. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then, well, I kind of wanted to discuss that shit that you sent me right before the show, or told me about right before the show.
The tolerance break?
Yeah.
Now we
talked about it. We talked about it on the show before.
But I feel like this, goes like the step further in that direction.
Yeah.
And then has like a solution. It's not just describing a problem or an issue, but it's actually a reasonable solution, man. And yeah, I felt like it was worth a few words, man.
Yeah, I don't got the video for it, but I guess.
I mean, so we talked about tolerance breaks, and people set some goals for themselves or what they think a tolerance break is, and it really doesn't take that long for your body to regenerate those receptors. In the video, she does a pretty good job of describing what the tolerance break entails. It's just that, when you consuming cannabis on a daily basis and in increasing amounts, it actually limits the amount of open receptors for more cannabis to come in. So that's where you start to feel like burnout, or like you're smoking but not getting high, or you're not getting the same level or depth of relief from smoking the same strains.
Yeah.
So people take a tolerance break and they think like a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, a season, whatever. But studies have shown that, what was it, like a 3 to 5 day, in a 3 to 5 day tolerant period of not smoking, like you regenerate all those receptors.
Yeah, I mean, well, a lot of people, at least that I know in the past, that took tolerance breaks, before there was any studies out or anything. Like I know I mean, you know them too. Like go fucking like 6 months, maybe a year without fucking smoking, but there's no need. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe to get the THC completely out of your system, since it's, but as far as medicating and all that, 3 to 5 days.
Right. So what this video was talking about, that, it's understandable that somebody would want to take a tolerance break and, replenish those receptors so that they can keep getting those intense feelings from their cannabis consumption. However, it notes that, like, for people, especially who use it to treat a condition, that this on and off, cold turkey way of approaching a tolerance break can also be a little damaging to the body because you're like giving it what it needs, then starving it out,
And
then
like
giving it what it
shocking
needs.
it. Yeah. Like giving your
Yeah.
system a shock. Like,
Yeah, like that the changes can be abrupt and especially for people who are in a debilitated state already or trying to heal or treating an ongoing chronic condition, that it might be more conducive to the healing and to the feeling better of, instead of doing a cold turkey tolerance break, instead just tapering down the use and then ramping it back up again uh when things flare up for you. That way you kind of do keep an equilibrium in between effectiveness and non-effectiveness, instead of always finding yourself on the extreme ends of that spectrum. And I like that idea. I think I unknowingly kind of do that already. So I'll say it works. I never really thought about it. Like I didn't make an intelligent, conscious decision. But like, I noticed like intuitively, like Tuesday, I don't really smoke that heavy. Sometimes I do, but more
no,
often than not.
I don't, bro. Bro, usually I wake up high. So it's like
Yeah,
I'm not fucking smoking till like later at night till I jump on live or something.
exactly. And then, as the days progress, usually like strangely enough, like I think Thursdays are my heavy smoking days, if I'm thinking about it. But I don't know, man. Just something out there for the community. If you guys are trying to figure out how to, you know, I guess maximize the effectiveness of your cannabis, or you were thinking about taking a tolerance break, maybe just taper down so that you're not, starving your body out of the cannabis that it obviously, works better on. So
Right.
I don't know, just food for thought.
I
I
mean,
thought it was
especially the people who are, using it for medical reasons, like you don't want to fucking go cold turkey, I don't think. But,
yeah,
but cannabis isn't like any other fucking like, it's definitely not a fucking opioid or anything. It's not like you're gonna fucking, have the shakes and fucking go through withdrawals and shit, but
yeah,
your system definitely doesn't know. I mean, well, it definitely knows that it's not getting what it needs.
yeah, no, for sure.
Oh shit! You got Nancy Dabs up in here, Sweet Spirit, Reese, Faye up in here, Off Grid Life, 420. Damn, I'd like to live off grid.
Oh, yeah, or at least above the grid.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Any other stories out there catch your eye?
Well, in Bay City, Diamond Cannabis Store uh, closed, and they still owe all kinds of people money, not only for the cannabis, but the work that they put in. Like, managers and regular employees, all unpaid. And let me see how much they owe. I shouldn't have printed this out. I just should have looked it up. Well, it doesn't go into how much they owe, but they owe over 125 other cannabis companies money. Over 125. I didn't even, is there 125 cannabis companies? Or maybe it's like middlemen type shit. I don't know. But that don't even sound right. And they're just talking about how much cannabis that they purchased and couldn't sell. But they did sell it and it's been sold. And one of the reasons why they closed is because they didn't pay their fucking bills. So therefore, they're not getting any more cannabis because they sold all the shit that they had. It's like they got fronted and then they just fucking sold that shit and pocketed that shit.
So
it's like some old school hood shit, dog.
They ran off on the plug, but they're not running.
No.
They just burnt the plug. They just burnt the plug.
Yeah. They're like, oh, hi, plug. Not gonna pay my bill. So yeah, that was in Bay City. But what else? Well, I mean, I heard last week that Congressman hit up the DEA, sent him a little note, and it was Congressman Steve Cohen from Tennessee. He's a Democrat. He just wrote a little letter saying how he's trying to expedite. Well, let me read it. Last year, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services sent a letter to the DEA recommending that the marijuana be rescheduled or reclassified from a Schedule 1 substance, which includes drugs such as heroin, blah, 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 blah. But, and change it to Schedule 3, which includes such drugs as Tylenol and codeine. But the fucked up thing is, you can OD off of fucking Tylenol. You can OD off of codeine. So it's like, I don't even understand why they want to do that other than money. That's the only reason. So, yeah, he sent a letter to the DEA and then the DEA got back to them. And it's just saying, oh, yeah, thanks for your letter. This is the letter regarding the scheduling of marijuana. We appreciate the opportunity to receive your concerns and questions. And we've received a letter from the Department of Health and Human Services providing its findings and recommended on marijuana scheduling. This is from President Biden's request for an administrative review. As part of the process, HHS first conducts its scientific scheduling, rescheduling, and descheduling a drug under a Controlled Substance Act. Like DEA has final say, all authority to change it or not. So basically, he's like, oh yeah, thanks for your letter, but we'll get back to you about that shit. And yeah. You're muted.
Yeah, I was like, that was one of the most articulate ways to say, suck it my dick. It's just like, we don't care.
Yeah.
It's the most articulate. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what our tax dollars get us.
We got some news in the comments. Kalina said there was 2 dispos in Van Buren County got broken into early this morning at 3 a.m. That sucks. Yeah, there was a shootout of where was it? I want to say it was Sacramento or something. Where was it? I got the video too. It's real quick. I don't know if I should show it though. Somebody gets shot.
Bad.
I mean, it looks bad. The security guard, and one of the perps.
Sensitive viewers. Sensitive viewers, skip 20 seconds ahead.
Yeah, right. Pause. I'll show it.
As we begin with some dramatic video, gunfire.
Use that shit.
Oh. He did the Snoop leap.
He's not dead. They both went to the hospital. The security guard was right here. Huh? Oh, yeah. All right. I'll play it one more time.
Yeah, so he's not dead.
Bop,
he just
bop,
shits
bop,
his
bop, bop. Yeah.
pants. And he's got the black Air Force Ones, bro. He should have known.
Yeah.
Niggas was trouble when they came through the door.
Yeah.
Everybody had the black Air Forces. Hopefully those guys get better and everybody makes better decisions in the future, man. But it's not worth it, people.
No.
It's not worth it. The weed in a dispensary, the life, the damage, the jail time.
Nope. No, I mean, bro, like,
how to grow at home.
Yeah. I mean, you might lose your life in taking another man's life. Is it worth that shit? Yeah. That was in San Diego. San Diego. I said San Antonio in the beginning. I had to fucking restart my shit. Oh yeah. You know that award that we won last year?
You mean awards?
Yeah, well, yeah, we did win multiple awards.
Hey.
keep on forgetting. I keep on forgetting we're like a multi-award winning podcast.
I mean, fuck yeah, we are. Fuck you mean? Yeah. Yeah, what about it, Berg? I think I remember something like that.
Yeah. Well, we had a whole fucking like little thing on it after we won, and basically it's just some bullshit. But yeah, they're doing it again this year. I don't know. I ain't even trying to hit them up or anything. I'm surprisingly the winners from last year. Apparently, none of them. I don't know. I'm just saying because we didn't get one. But I don't think any of the winners from last year got an email or anything. Because I didn't get one. Yeah, rumor has it.
Yeah. Well, good luck to those guys, man. It would nice to see something of substance come of that. I mean, I know we didn't get anything, but I gotta give love to the fucking community for fucking representing and hitting those votes for us.
No,
I mean,
yeah,
that still means something, Berg. I don't give a fuck.
No, it does. It does.
You know?
Yeah. But I don't like the fact that they were like pulling that fucking whole like $500 prize bullshit.
Bro, money can't buy you love, you know. So I got the award right here.
I know we
Thank
didn't
you,
even
guys.
get no fucking award. We didn't get no
No, everybody out
trophies.
there.
Didn't even get like a plaque or anything, like a little fucking like a thing. No, nothing.
Bro, I got mine, bro. It's right here in my heart. Like, much
Yeah,
love to the community, man.
no, thank you everybody for going out and voting, even though
For sure.
you basically had to like search everything out. It was like that shit, man. That's like extensive. Like it goes through fucking in like how many different categories did they have? Do you remember?
Oh man, it was at least 30 and all
Yeah.
types of different. Like initially, it was like almost impressive if they were really gonna try to take a snapshot of the community and acknowledge everybody in these different facets. And no, it just seemed like they were just grabbing information. Like I'm interested to see what we see on the
No,
horizon in 24 and 25.
bro, this is man, fuck these hoes. This is the first thing that pops up.
Of course, there was a bunch of bullshit ass corporate dispos sponsoring that shit last year.
Oh yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
that's why I liked it, man, because it was like I know they're telling their employees to vote for this shit. They probably got services
Oh,
to
they
vote for
got
this shit.
so they
And they
got
still
like
couldn't beat it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different categories, but there's subcategories under these categories. But like for best cannabis THC, there's best brand, there's best brick hash, best budget friendly cannabis product. Like, bro, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 subcategory like categories on this fucking just the THC. Like I swear.
Like they're trying to
Bro.
I don't trust it, bro. I don't trust it. Second year, I don't trust it. Of course, Pleasantries is right there. I mean, it's not that they have
Hey,
affiliation to people with
hey,
money. They spend that money on it.
hey, I bet you whoever wins the best packaging is gonna be fucking with Tree Street packaging. So hopefully
Are they listed in there?
no, I'm just saying like that's one of the categories for cannabis marketing. So
Oh, you
best
already know.
packaging.
Who's up there now?
School. It's just bullshit. It's like they don't even have anybody on here yet. Like this is all the beginning. Cured flower. Viridis Labs. Oh shit, Viridis.
For best logo.
Best logo. Man, fuck these pieces of shit. What is this,
Hey,
man?
hey,
Man.
they're not nominated for best lab.
Bro, I'm surprised
I mean,
I ain't up on this shit, bro.
the lab sucks, bro, but have you seen the logo?
Right? Bro. So yeah, Michigan Green State. Fuck you, man. Fucking dick suckers. Pieces of shit.
Yeah, they pretty much are. But they're more than welcome to come on the show and defend their position, you know. We'd love to hear from you. I'd like to know if we do get a physical award.
I think we need $500 if they want to come on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Because what categories did we actually? Because we were in like 3 different categories, but we got 2 of them, and then I think we got. Didn't we not place?
It was best podcast, best cannabis podcast, best cannabis publication, and best cannabis advocate.
Oh yeah. What'd we get?
I want to say we got podcast, or no, we got publication and activists, but the podcast went.
No, we got the podcast.
Was it the podcast?
One of the other ones we didn't get.
Yeah. I don't know.
Either way. Yeah.
Either way, shout out to the fucking Medical Mondays fan that spent tireless days so that we could be whatever award that we did win.
One of our giveaways, one of our giveaways had to do with like, you know, go every 24 hours and vote for us and take a screenshot and send it to us. And there was like 3 people doing that, but I think we hooked them all up. But there was one that actually did it every day. I ain't even gonna say who it is.
Damn. It's fucked up. Well, either way, man. Shout out to the community out there. Y'all the real MVPs. If you're really feeling like participating, hit that thumbs up, like and subscribe, and don't forget to share.
Please, thank you.
So,
and once again, what y'all smoking on? Hash Bash Cash is in the building. I don't know. Did anybody say what they were smoking on? Clover said that Super Booth. Corey Roberts is smoking on that Blue Velvet. Damn, Paul Masson. What up, though? Yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, apparently I eat bookers. Awesome. Prop 1, smoking on that GG4 from Chemo G's. Man, I gotta try that, man. I haven't had no glue in a minute. Not no true glue.
shout out that native glue.
Yeah, I miss that native glue, man. Yeah, I think I've talked to Chemo G's about being on the show before. But it's not really camera friendly or some shit like that. I don't know.
A lot of people say that shit.
Yeah. Oh, show.
You know, what I've noticed is people's second appearance on the show is usually when they like come out of their shell.
Oh, yeah. They're a lot more comfortable.
That first show,
because this is, I mean, people just need to realize we're having a conversation here. It's chilling, smoking. I just remembered our boy Adam again. So positive vibes out to our boy Adam.
Yeah. Go text him, message him. So when he
He'd
turns his
probably
shit
be
on.
he'd probably be sleeping right now anyway. But
Well, that's what I'm saying. When he turns his shit on, it'll
right.
blow up. He'll feel the love.
I'm
So
talking about
even
if
though
he
he's
was on
sleep.
the show. I'm talking
Oh
about when
yeah, he would
like
be.
straight up, yeah, he'd be sleeping right now.
Yeah. Everybody message Adam, wake up, you're asleep.
Yeah, I guess they're not disclosing the amount of money they owe because they're going through fucking a lawsuit right now at Diamond Candle.
I guess what, like they just file bankruptcy and stop doing
But
business.
they can't file bankruptcy. It's an illegal business. Bankruptcy is like federal. You can't get fucking federal bankruptcy for a
Okay,
fucking
so they
week.
don't even do that. They just stop. They
They got
just
put it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, what happened with what the fuck was their name? Gage Cannabis. They went into holdings, whatever the fuck that means. I don't know.
they like freeze people's assets and shit.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I mean, that's basically what the fuck happened.
No boy,
So, but I guess these motherfuckers are owned by Southfield-based Emerald Bay Provisioning. So I bet you this Emerald Bay Provisioning owns all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what you saw in the quote unquote traditional market, where people are burning bridges and moving over 2 degrees in the friend group
yep, yep,
and trying to unload some shit. It's crazy.
yeah,
I mean, try as they might. It's like the legal market can't even help itself but go into some like drug dealer mentality, which is crazy. It's the
yeah.
capitalist model. They gonna get you, man.
Yeah, corporations need to be held accountable for a lot more than what they actually do, man. Corporations, period. What news stories were you looking at, man?
Man. Well, some shit that, and I'm sure you'll feel a little bit the same. Like I played sports when I was younger, and, I definitely used cannabis when I was younger. But as you know, cannabis and sports traditionally have not gone hand in hand. Even most recently, the young lady who was the Olympic hopeful, um, I forget her name, but she got disqualified for her cannabis use. And
And
last
she's
week
still
they,
breaking records, though, right?
oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah, she's stomping that shit.
um, last week they published a paper in a sports journal, basically saying what we already know, that cannabis is not a performance enhancing drug. Like it can enhance the enjoyability of a workout or a particular sport, but that definitely comes with some negative effects, especially depending on how much cannabis you're using. You know, when it comes to recovery, post workout, you know, it definitely has its benefits. But as far as like the actual moment where you're performing and supposed to be functioning at peak, it actually slows you down a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Shakari Richardson is her name.
thank you.
Yeah.
Shout out Shikari. A bunch of athletes in the past have faced fucking
What's that
bullshit.
swimmer's name?
Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
Trained here in Michigan, man. So you know he was smoking good.
And shout out to our boy, what's his name? The Canadian snowboarder, man. What was his name, Roach?
Ryan.
We're high right now.
Something bag. He had Nickelbag Ryan. Like what?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm not tripping, dog.
Yeah. Oh, there's all kinds of athletes.
Yeah.
Those are the only ones that got caught doing it.
What was that guy's name? Well, either way, man. So I think moving forward in the future, you know, they're gonna have to like look past people's cannabis use. Like that if they are performing in a sport and winning, you can't hold cannabis use against them. And I think it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Even if they say, you know, if you want to take the full far extreme stance against it, is that, you know, you pose a danger to yourself or other participants.
Ross Rebuglati here. So you said it right. It's
Nickelback,
Rebag. Yeah. Rebag. Rebagalati. Something like that.
Yeah, that guy. Nah, he was cool as hell. And then man, I've already forgotten her name too, man. The WNBA player that was locked up in Russia.
Oh yeah.
You know, like if you're consuming cannabis and still excelling at the sport, then you're just great. Like they should. I'd like to see that, man. Like fuck the Pro Bowl, the Weed Bowl would be fucking the Cannibal, where athletes get to prove how good they really are.
Brittany Griner.
Yeah, Brittany Griner. I would love to see that, man. Like athletes show up and it's like, you know, they chief out. They all smoke the same cannabis within you know their shit, and then go at it. Two teams. Let's see who's really the baddest motherfucker.
I mean, that's kind of how I did on a couple bowling leagues.
Nah, for sure. I mean, and I'm sure it's like that in professional sports too. But it's about time, man. We want to see the Cannibal, the All-Star, the All-Gram weekend. Some shit. It needs to happen. So we need to get all this fucking discrimination against cannabis out of sports immediately so we can get to the good stuff. Number two, man, it'd be the alternative of pharmaceuticals
I
doesn't really
mean,
suit these
bro,
fucking athletes either.
I think out of every athlete out there, like professional athletes, like it benefits like the NFL the most. Just because, bro, them motherfuckers are getting concussions constant. Like, they might get like fucking concussed like fucking 10 times in one game and still out there going, you know what I mean? Because,
I mean, bro, like all these sports, bro, like you're going to the extreme, like getting hit. Those are like
well, I'm
fucking
just
car
saying
collisions.
because, against what a lot of people think, like fucking, well, at least a lot of people were told that cannabis, oh, it kills brain cells, blah, 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 blah. No, it's actually fucking beneficial and highly therapeutic when it comes to the brain and trauma. Like instead of drilling a hole in a motherfucker's head to relieve fucking pressure, they could give a motherfucker some RSO on the top of his fucking the roof of his mouth. Boom. Like maybe one day, man. Maybe one day.
It's gotta happen, man. If it ain't one day, it'll be someplace because we're getting back to that, man. I'm excited.
No, because I mean, there's multiple like recent studies just like verifying the fact that like cannabis is good when it comes to brain swelling. Like it totally fucking relieves that shit.
Yeah, no, like a football player getting hit, man. Those are like car collisions.
Yeah.
Like in every sport, you're excelling, you're trying to take yourself to that next level, but you're not getting fucking hit with a car. Like even motherfuckers that ride horses, like they're not falling off the horse several
No, no,
times. Like
no.
if you're just gonna strictly rely on pharmaceuticals, you're gonna be more than just fucked up. You're gonna wind up addicted to some shit. And it's not gonna be
Yeah,
pretty.
so many motherfuckers are.
Like it's not even, you know, people are strong or not strong. Like it's a 1 + 1 = 2 situation. Like these drugs were known to be addictive and they put that shit out. It's not a mystery.
Said that they were not addicted. It's a corporation. It can do whatever it wants to do, right? We didn't talk about Canada, did we?
What about
They destroyed 3.7 million pounds of unsold cannabis and unpackaged cannabis since 2018. And yeah, basically supply and demand didn't match up for projections and all that. So yeah. I wonder how much cannabis has been thrown away here in the U.S.
Well, they recently just burnt some shit down in Cali.
Yeah, but that was like what? That was the illegal grow.
But they were illegal grows of licensed companies.
Yeah.
So they went in and torched a bunch of shit, actually.
Yeah, but that's not just throwing away. That's like a raid type shit. This is like unused, unbought. Like they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna sell the shit out of this. And no.
And what is the reason that they destroy it? Like it doesn't pass testing, or it's an overage, or it just never got sold. It went bad.
Largely because of the imbalance in supply and demand. They just fucking produce too much shit to, compared to what people are actually consuming. A lot of these companies are like fucking huge farms, man.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need that much space. That's the beautiful thing. So when you have that much space, you can go crazy.
All right. According to the data shared by Health Canada, the federal cannabis regulatory 611.7 million grams of unpackaged cannabis was destroyed by licensed producers in 2022. So that was just 1 year. So that's like 1.3 million pounds, they're saying. I don't understand.
1.3 million pounds?
Yeah. How they get that out of 611.7 million? I don't know. Do the math, Roach.
It's like 46,000.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, this is
46,000 ounces.
This is the shit. So fluctuated. Look at the 2022 was the most fucking destroyed. So it was 16% of all production. And through January through June, over 14%. So that's not even a complete year. I wonder what they fucking destroyed throughout 2022.
All right. Well, I mean,
the one thing that was stable was the topicals. The topicals.
Yeah.
That's probably only because they have a longer shelf life or something. I don't know.
I mean, but it seems like a lot, but it's like just over like a ton of weed a year. And like you would want that much weed purged out of the system. You know what I'm saying? You would want to get the fucking bullshit up out of circulation. Because it's gonna go bad. You know what I'm saying? So from like a patient perspective, man, I'm like, burn that shit, throw it away, take that shit off the shelf. That's a L. Don't do anything with it.
I mean, bro, that's what I was saying. Like, I think like Canada's throwing all kinds of shit away that these companies in the U.S. don't. They find something to do with it, bro. They'll just fucking throw it in a pre-roll and put some essential oils on it, and then put some bullshit distillate on it and roll it in some whack ass keef and sell it as a 5-pack for $30. And people buy that shit. Can you hear? No? You're muted. Check one,
All right.
check two. You hear me now?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know where the last thing you were saying, we were talking about all the weed being destroyed. It was just like over a ton.
No, I was talking about how much weed that we don't destroy here. And we fucking, they don't want to let that shit go. They'll fucking put it in some fucking pre-rolls. They'll put it in a cone and fucking drop some essential oils on that shit. Fucking put some bullshit distillate on it and then roll it in some cheap ass keef. So in 5 packs for $30 from basically nothing. Like if they even feel high, it's like fucking from a distillate. You know what I mean? Like, bruh.
Yeah, no, like they buy cheap weed from themselves and then sell the same cheap weed back as expensive to themselves so that they can sell it to the public. It's
yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna front, like, I guess from a business point of view, like it's genius, but like from an ethical
cannabis
point of view,
user? Like we
from
actually
an ethical
smoke
point of
weed?
view. I mean, whether you do, I mean, I wouldn't
Nah,
care if it was
bro. There ain't no weed smoker out there that I would fucking ever think that they would think that that was all right.
I don't know, man. I think so. I think I think that's exactly what
But
you're
I ain't
dealing
gonna
with.
smoke it. I'm just selling the shit. Yeah, I guess, man.
Oh, we've seen it, man. We've seen
Yeah.
people. Okay. I'm I'm not trying to make the traditional market look bad, but like I said earlier, man, the legal market can't help but mimic the traditional market. And they're definitely bad actors.
Yeah.
In the traditional market. And now in the license market, we see the very same things that make you a piece of shit are still happening. Despite the legislation, despite the government oversight, like some scumbag ass shit is going down. In the community, when we see people, we can have conversations, we can tell each other about it. But these motherfuckers are covering up their fuck ups with memos, and the public doesn't know about it one way or the other. So, did you have another one?
Oh, okay. There's a couple of them that I saw, but I couldn't see the whole article because I'm not subscribed.
Yeah. There's a way to look at that anyway. They will forever J it.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, like that shit that they were doing, like the infused cannabis. They're the finely ground cannabis and we add the THC to it and give it to you in a bag. You can roll it up in whatever you want.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This other story that's kind of got me, I don't know if concerned is the right word, but it's just like something's off about it. Like it just don't seem right, man. Like, well, I was kind of talking about it before the show, but it's going on in Wisconsin, and they have a Democratic governor, and he's pro cannabis. He's saying that he's willing to sign legislation, and he's in fact willing to sign legislation from the Republican branch. So it seems like things are all like hold on. So it's like, this is a bipartisan effort. Everybody wants the same thing, give people the freedom to consume, to grow, all of this. No, not at all. So you got the Republicans who are, conservative, and they just only want medical, strict medical, nothing recreational. They don't want any adult use whatsoever. In fact, they're bragging about how their cannabis bill limits the amount of cannabis that'll be in the market, so there will never be rec and adult use or even the threat of it, because they're worried about it. They want to keep things pure and medical, and like so much so that they want cannabis to be available from state-run dispensaries. If this shit goes through, you're gonna have to go to a Wisconsin state retail outlet. I don't know what you would call that, and go fucking purchase your cannabis. So like your bud tender down to the receptionist, I think by default, like this is what I was saying, is crazy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
all your dispensary employees are gonna be state employees. Like
Yeah.
you got a state job
No,
selling
and
weed.
they're changing laws for state jobs here in Michigan. I think they just stopped it. I'm not saying for the entire like state and every job, but like as far as state jobs are concerned, they don't even test for cannabis anymore. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, I want to say it was like last year when it was, they made it illegal for jobs to ask you, you know, but now they've recently included the state jobs too. So like, it's good to see. I mean, there are certain job occupations where you still can't, like your employer can still say no cannabis. So it's not across the board. I don't know. I think it's funny the ones that they banned, because those are the ones where they've always been using cannabis and way worse shit too.
Yeah.
So go figure. We will see.
No, you know how like fucking Thailand weed's legal now. Well, in 2018 they voted, or I don't know if they fucking vote over there or what, but
The
they
dictator
made
of
it.
Thailand.
Yeah, they made it legal, right, for medical use in 2018.
Mhm.
And then in 2022, they went all out wreck. All kinds of places are popping up all over the country. And well, I guess last weekend, the health minister signed a bill to amend the current cannabis legislation, emphasizing that it can't be used recreationally. So I guess they're taking it back. I don't know. Because, they're like the first Southeast Asian country to become legal. You know what I mean? Like they're the only ones around that whole region that fuck with weed, period. This has prompted the newly elected government in 2023 to review its country's cannabis policy and establish clear legislation. So yeah, there's a new part, or a whole new system going to be created. So under the proposed legislation, cannabis will be strictly used for medical use, explicitly prohibiting its recreational use. Additional, the legislation specifies that the authorized, that's how you say it. The authorized stores will only sell parts of the cannabis plant that are legally allowed, likely excluding the plant's flowers due to the THC content. So what are they going to be selling?
Parts?
Bro, I guess. It has not been clarified whether the medical certificate will be necessary to purchase medical cannabis, although legally registered cannabis stores are unlikely to lose their license. So all the places that are already there aren't going to lose their license. But I'm just wondering, so they're just selling parts? They can't sell the flower because of THC content. Like, that's just like, they don't explain more or anything, like what they're gonna say. So in that regard, the proposed legislation aims to assist law enforcement by making products containing more than 0.2 THC illegal. So that's crazy. It's hemp.
Yeah.
It's not even weed. And they're still not allowed to sell the flower? This shit's crazy, man.
Like they want to create a market for synthetic cannabis use. I mean, that's the only way they think they're gonna win.
I mean, it's crazy. No, because I mean, it was a whole new election in 2023. They got some new motherfuckers in office, and they're just like reversing all that shit.
I mean,
they didn't even want, the motherfuckers who got elected didn't even want to fuck with weed. They strongly opposed recreational cannabis.
Bro, well, like you always say, bro, like cannabis legislation seems like we've come a long way, but realistically, it's in its infancy.
Yeah,
there's a long way to go. And
I'm just saying, like a lot of people out there be like, man, we need to go to Thailand now. Da, 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 da. It's like, bro, it's still not legal there. Like, you're not gonna fucking find no weed, nothing you're gonna fucking want to smoke. I guess it's cool to like go sightseeing and shit, but
Yeah,
definitely
no.
not taking a weed trip. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to
Yeah,
you're definitely not going to Jamaica.
right. Either way, man, we're a long ways off from for sure getting these state programs together, let alone a federal one.
Right.
And then it's gonna take
I
time to
mean,
refine that shit.
bro, yeah. No, because I mean, depending on how they do it, it's gonna fuck up every state that's legal now. I think, in my personal opinion, they're
Well,
gonna have to have revised everything, bro. They're gonna have to fucking re-amend all kinds of shit, depending on what they do. I think if they reschedule it, it's like, bro, like the FDA is gonna be involved in all that shit. That's the
hmm
last thing we want. That is
exactly.
the last motherfucking thing we want, bro.
Right. Like either deschedule it or just decriminalize it. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously, and I leave this up to the politicians and lawyers. The Uncle Sam's got to figure out how he's going to get his cut out of each state. Um, but really, all they can't really, the federal government can't really impose on state rights, especially if it's constitutional. Like, come on. So I don't think that we have to necessarily move away from what we've already established in our particular states. Because you're muted. Because I'm saying, like,
No, I totally feel the same way, but I'm just saying.
so like even if that were the case, let's say we got to start all the way over. We got to abide by these federal laws. Like it's only going to take like 2 voting cycles before we can start to vote on shit to get it back to the way it was. Like states, townships, cities. That's why this shit has been as important as it was here in the state. That people show up and go to these meetings and talk that shit and try to get these fucking legislators to not vote for this bullshit. So, what's going on in the chat, man? Is anybody talking about anything?
Rob agrees with me that it will change a lot.
Not surprised.
What, think he's agreeing with me?
Yeah. Not
I always wondered if, like, just going back to that Green State, Michigan bullshit. I wonder if they ever watched that fucking episode where, we announced that we won. we ended up showing their fucking website.
Yeah, did they ever change
Spider-Man.
that?
I don't know.
It'd be interesting to look. Let's revisit that.
Michigan Green State, right?
Let's revisit that.
I always wondered if they watch that episode. No.
They clearly haven't watched it because they still have the bugs on their fucking.
Bro, it does. It does. It has to. Like, I'm not making this shit up, though. Like, there's the URL right there. This is current. This is live. Live and direct.
Like you can see
live
it.
and direct. This is fucking, these motherfuckers are so fucking oblivious, man.
A Bug's Life. It's crazy.
That's hilarious. Man. But I always wondered if they ever watched that episode where probably not.
Clearly they didn't.
None of these motherfuckers even smoke weed, I bet. That has to be like some fucking like stock footage, bro. They just bought some like Adobe stock footage. They didn't even look at it. They just threw, oh, that's a cool background. They didn't even watch the whole thing. They watched the bug crawl up the fucking plant.
So, or if
they
you
didn't
will,
even know. Bugs are bad when it comes to plants. Oh shit.
or at the end they fucked over their graphic designer.
Oh yeah, they probably didn't pay that motherfucker.
He was like,
I bet you, yeah, the designer is probably a stoner and know these motherfuckers are pieces of shit and they just threw it together like, ha 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 ha, you motherfuckers paid me for that shit.
there was two different versions of that video. One clean and the raw footage. And he was just like, you know what?
It's still not as bad as the MCMA shit though. Like the MCMA shit, they had like spider webs and
like
fucking,
they were like casting webs and swinging.
right. Like, ooh, there's the fucking mites for like partying and shit.
Bro, that shit was bumping.
That shit was hilarious, man. Shout out to Mr. Free the Weed, man. Bringing up Adam. Positive vibes sent to Adam, man. Hopefully he'll be joining us next week.
Rich, send him your thoughts, prayers, and well wishes.
If you still got that link, Rich, you can pop on in, man. If not, maybe we only got like 10 more minutes.
You. Let's see, man. There's another story we didn't talk about.
Yeah, I still clap my hands to California, man, when it comes to their fucking employers testing for weed. How long do you think before Michigan has it? Like jobs can't fucking test for weed in Michigan. I mean, it's only state right now. Other employers don't have to adhere to that shit.
No, Washington also.
Yeah, Washington too. But I'm talking about here.
It's only for state jobs. It's not for private.
No, California is all out. Like if you're like, it's a bill saying like if you do
Yeah, they can.
business in California and you're using our employees, yeah, well, our citizens as employees, you can't drug test these people
Sounds fair.
for cannabis.
That sounds fair.
I agree.
And like you can't legislate cannabis. That's what they're gonna have to come to terms with.
Right.
All the things that have been, the things that have damaged cannabis's reputation, I think. For sure the mental things, that if you're using cannabis, you're crazy, you're going to lose your mind, you're going to become a criminal, you're going to be murderous. And as time has gone on, we find out, that is absolutely not the case. I think when people hear that, like cannabis kills brain cells, I think you brought that up earlier. It actually doesn't, and the truth never has the same impact as a lie, strangely enough. Strangely enough. But I saw this other article that said that there's no heightened cardiovascular danger either.
Oh,
If you've ever been fucking pissed off and lit a joint,
I know, man.
That shit soothes your heart. It don't even have to get you quote unquote high, man. It's just it regulates your body's ability to fucking be exhilarated. That's why it's actually not a performance enhancing drug.
Right.
Because it makes you sit the fuck down. So how could that be bad for your heart?
Nah, because I just recently, like I've seen like fucking shit that comes up in the feed just on Instagram, like bullshit ads saying, "Oh, weed," article says weed can, cause heart attack, blah 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 blah. Like, bro, I don't understand.
No, and like the classic one, and I want to say it was like middle of the week last week we were live on Instagram and somebody came in there and it was just like a regular person. They, weren't part of the cannabis community necessarily. And they were talking about all the fentanyl related deaths with cannabis in their city. And they were from down south. And they really just were putting it out there. You got turned. You were like, there's not one death. And, of course you're right. But like, that's the fucking story that they're selling people still in 2023. That like, there are parts of the United States in states that have medical programs that still believe a lot of the fucking horrible bullshit. What is it called? Reefer Madness style fucking old wives' tales. And, being confronted with the truth, I wonder if that person still believes that there's fentanyl deaths in their area. Like, do they think they know somebody? Like, that shit just was really shocking to me, but then again, it wasn't. Like, there's fucking the greatest promotional team for anti fucking cannabis that's one of the biggest marketing campaigns ever.
Yeah. I mean, bro, yeah, I think when it comes to the health system, they're a fucking industry all into itself, bro. So it's like, they're all about that money. They don't want people using cannabis. That's why a lot of doctors like use cannabis. Oh, yeah, well, I can't see you. But there's other doctors that'll say it. Yeah, I mean, but for the most part, like
No, I
the
mean,
health
you're right.
system ain't cool with weed, bro.
Yeah, no, even like what we would consider the more educated people in our society, you know, um, are ignorant about this, and they make decisions on people in their careers and in people's personal lives based on bullshit, and they feel fucking empowered and fucking entitled because they're educated, but they don't know. They don't take the time to know. They're willfully ignorant. It's fucking crazy. I mean, I think like the most popular recent one is the fucking fentanyl, the weed slash fentanyl death. But like, what was it before that? Like, what was the ultimate
Yeah,
bad
I don't
weed
know
thing?
what was before fentanyl.
Before it was fentanyl, yeah.
Yeah. What was the myth? What was the myth though? Somebody laced a joint with something like that. That's
The
the worst
PCP
thing.
joint, the
Yeah,
PCP.
PCP. Yeah.
It's even in Friday. It's in Friday.
Right.
Smokey
Yeah. And
hanging with the Mexicans.
that was supposed to be a pro weed. Well, not pro weed, but I mean
It should have been.
a weed movie.
Yeah. A can exploitation film, if you will.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I
they
mean,
they I think that was it. It was the PCP because it was in fucking Friday. But like, you can actually do that shit. That shit will really get you. Believe that one, folks. But the fact, no, you're good.
yeah, bro.
That's crazy. I think that's why that shit went away, because it really will fuck you up.
But it's
Like,
like,
motherfuckers like,
why the fuck would they waste fentanyl on some weed? Like, can you like I mean, I don't know about fentanyl. Like, can you smoke fentanyl and get high? Or do you gotta get I mean, do you sniff it? Like what? Like, I don't know. Like
right.
I don't know shit about fentanyl, dog.
Bro, you're making me look bad. You're making me look bad in front of my
What,
black
nigga?
friends. I don't know.
What, you got like Freemason or what?
I don't. If anybody in the comment section
Yeah,
has
how
some
do you?
fentanyl
Yeah,
experience, can you share with us, man?
yeah. Like I don't know how it's normally consumed. I mean, I know motherfuckers are getting fucked up, like with cut shit. You know, motherfuckers cutting pills and all that shit, and that's primarily where the fucking fentanyl overdoses are coming from. But I heard motherfuckers are out there doing pure fentanyl. Like what? Like, ow! Like, how are you not dead?
Impossible. It's impossible because the micrograms will fuck you up. So it's
Bro, that's
whatever
what
it
I
is.
heard. Like
It's cut.
motherfucking, I
It's
know,
got to be cut.
dog. I've seen
Yeah.
video. I've seen video of a cop handling it and
And Doc,
ODing.
like,
Just like they had to like bring her back, like
right.
shock her and shit. Like
And hit
shit
her with
was
the Narcan. I seen that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
But
She
I don't
fell
know,
down
man.
twice.
Bro, this is Medical Mondays show about cannabis and cannabis
Yeah,
patients
never
and
mind that.
cultivators. See, nobody was here to keep us on track. It happened.
Right.
But the cannabis myths.
Right.
Damn, man. You know what's not a cannabis myth, Bird?
What?
The Detroit Certification Center can get you your card in less than 10 minutes. It's quick and easy. Call, text 248-275-6707, DetroitSearchCenter.com, or Detroit Search Center on social media. Holler at them. They'll get you together in Michigan, all over. And I heard they got the plug down in Florida too. So wherever you're at, there's no excuse. You can get your card here, there, everywhere. Represent. Give us the political leverage we need. Give us the legal protection as a group and as individuals, so that we can keep moving forward in a positive way and keep all this douchebaggery out of our fucking sessions, man, because it's happening. They're trying it. But, you know, they're not the only ones. Oh, we're already there, Berg. We're not going to talk about those other people?
What other people?
For certification, man. Like, damn.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
All right, you know, no.
Oh, yeah. No, don't forget about the Get Back Sesh either, the 21st. My bad.
Stay tuned, man. There'll be a flyer soon. We're gonna be posting this shit. Details coming. It's gonna be great. You already know. Great cause, great meds, great people, even greater purpose. Love those give back events. Shout out Native, JSH, Nug Abduction, and every one of you, whoever shows up and supports, man. Like y'all the real MVPs. For sure. But the MVPs of this show, this and every one of our shows, is our sponsors and our viewers, man. So we shouted y'all out the whole show, but we're going to take a moment to acknowledge Native Made 313, Michigan Terp Farms, Nug Abduction Extracts, Tiki Madman, SOB Labs, and Treat Street Packaging for having our back, man. Much love, guys.
Show.
Servicing all your cannabis needs. That awesome group of people.
Hell yeah. All right, y'all. I think that's it for tonight. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday, and thanks for joining us. Make sure you hit that like, and subscribe. Shit, turn those notifications on.
Yeah,
And
or maybe.
yeah.
I was gonna say when you said enjoy the rest of your Monday night, I go, or maybe you're like me and your Monday's already over because I'm like half
Right.
asleep already, man. I'm done.
Right.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, yeah.